So here we are on all fours with our hands on our shoulders and knees under the hips. Round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Oh, that feels good this morning. Drop your tummy down, open up your chest, look up. Good, let's do that again. Exhale as you arch. Inhale as you drop down. And again, exhale, arch. And inhale, drop down. Then bring your spine into neutral position. Draw your shoulder blades down. Pull the belly button up towards the ceiling. Extend your right arm out with your thumb up. And your left leg extends back. Flex that foot, push through the heel. Stay nice and tall in that left shoulder. And make sure you're breathing. So my hips are parallel to the mat here. And switch. Left arm, right leg, extend. Very controlled movement here. And switch. We'll do that one more time on each side. The hand on the floor is, the fingertips are nice and wide and open like a big starfish, pressing the fingertips into the floor. And switch. Good. Push through that heel, engage the glute. Now switch one more time. Remember from here, you're going to inhale, then exhale, pull knee and elbow towards each other, round your spine, tuck your chin in, extend, push back to the heel, flex that foot. Good. Around and extend. And round and extend. Warming up that spine. One more time. Round and extend. Then keep the arm and the leg extended. Tuck the tailbone under, tap the hand and the foot down, and lift. Remember to stay nice and tall on the left shoulder, and think about lifting that left leg using your glute. You could elongating that leg by reaching through the heel. 2 more. Good, and bring the hand and knee down. Left arm, right leg extends. Inhale here, exhale, round, and extend. Good. Push back to that heel on the extension. Push back here, yes. Round, and extend. One more, round, and extend. Then keep arm and leg extended. Tuck that tailbone under, tap, and lift. Tap, and lift. No slouching down here, but keep it nice and tall through that right shoulder. 2 more. Good. Bring the hand down, the knee down. We're going to do big body circles. So the left hip comes towards the left heel, over to the right, back around to the front. You'll probably hear some cracking going on in your knees. Warming up the knees and the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. One more in this direction. And then go the other way. Crack, crack, crack again. Warmed up. Last one. Hold it in the center. Tuck the toes under for me right here. And then lift the knees just barely off the floor. And then from here, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Heels towards the floor, chest towards the thigh. Your head is just hanging heavy here. Your fingertips are pressing into the floor. Your knees are still soft. Bend one knee, push the opposite heel down towards the ground. Walk in your dog. One more on each side. Then press both heels down, maybe lift the hips a little higher. And then come forward into a high plank. So my wrists are under my shoulders. I can modify here with the knees coming down. Or hold it right here. Walk the toes a little closer towards your wrists. Push back through the heels. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Remember to keep those shoulder blades drawn down. Squeeze your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your calves. Your chest, your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps, everything is nice and strong. Then drop the knees down, flatten out the feet, and push it into child's pose. Walk the fingertips forward, press the palms down into the floor, relax your head. From here, bring the elbows onto the front of the mat, elbows under the shoulders, hands relax in front of you. Again, shoulder blades are down. Hold the belly button up and the hips up. Tuck the toes under. Come into full plank or stay with the knees down. If you want to, we're going to alternate, lift up one leg at a time. Breathe. Remember, not looking at the toes, but looking down at the floor so my butt does not come up towards the ceiling. There's a straight line from the head to the heel. One more on each side. Good, then drop the knees down, flatten out the feet. Come on your tummy. You're gonna make a little pillow. Bring your heels together, toes apart. Relax your upper body. And then squeezing the heels together, lift the legs off the floor. It's not a very big lift here. You're feeling your glutes, your hamstrings, and your lower back working. Continue your breath, and then relax the legs down. Remember, squeeze those heels together so your inner thighs are working too. Lift, breathe, and relax. And let's do that one more time. Lift, breathe, and relax. Then lift the chest up, reach the hands behind you, palms are facing up. Continue squeezing the heels together. And then relax it down. Bring the feet mat width apart. Keep the hands behind you. Lift up the chest, the legs, and then the hands reach back towards the heels. Different angle of the glute activation here. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. You're warming up that lower back. And relax it down. And one more time, reach back. And relax it down. Bring the feet together, the hands under the shoulders, and push it back into child's pose. Walking the hands to the left side of the mat and press the right palm down into the floor. Feel that nice stretch from the pinky all the way to the hip. Good, walk the hands to the other side. That whole side of the torso is getting a nice stretch here. Good, then walk the hands to the front of the mat. Bring the hips forward and drop them down into up dog. Now you can stay in up dog with the knees down, or if you want to, you can lift the knees off the floor. Remember, your shoulders are down, you're slightly looking up. Nice and strong, look down. My hands are directly under my shoulders here. Getting a nice stretch in the front body. Then from here, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up into down dog. The right leg lifts up. Then bring that leg forward to the front of the mat. If you need to walk forward and then step the other foot back, that's perfectly fine. So my right ankle is directly under my right knee, whichever way you can get there. Push back to that left heel, so elongate that left leg. If you need to modify, you can drop the knees down here. Your left hand stays on the floor, the right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. If your leg is extended back there, push through the heel, elongate that leg. Breathe. If it's hard for you to be in this position and you have a block at home, you can always put the block under that left hand. Then that top arm wraps around the opposite hip. The palm is facing away from you and your shoulder is pointing a little bit further up towards the ceiling. Get a little bit more of an opener. Continue pushing that left heel back. Stay strong. Breathe. Then reach the right arm up and bring it to the front. You're going to step the left foot forward so the feet are about shoulder width apart. Pull the belly button in and relax forward. You're going to lift up halfway. Your hands are on your shins, shoulder blades are down. You're reaching to the crown of the head towards the wall in front of you. So see how my back is nice and flat. And relax it forward again. Bend the knees and then step the right leg back. So my left ankle is under my left knee. If I need to modify, that right knee comes down. Or push back to that right heel, elongate that leg. Keep the right hand on the floor, the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Preferably your shoulders are stacked here. Push through that heel, elongate that back leg. Then wrap that upper arm around the back, palm facing away, shoulder reaching up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Good, reach that arm back up, bring it in front of you, and then step the right foot forward, forward bend. Breathe. Lift up halfway, straighten out that back. Bend the knees, put both hands on the floor, step the right knee back and the left knee back. So you're back on all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, draw the shoulder blades down, tuck the tailbone under. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees barely off the floor here, and if you want to add on here, tap from side to side. Or you can just hold it. Make sure you're breathing. One more on each side. Hold it right here, and then bring it into down dog. So bring the hips up towards the ceiling, the heels towards the floor. You're a little bit more warmed up now, so you can extend those legs slightly more. Let that head hang heavy. Left leg comes up. Bring that leg to the front of the mat. Good. Whichever way you can. You're going to turn your right heel onto the side. So look back. Your left heel and your right heel are in the same line with each other. Then put your hands onto your front leg. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. See how I'm nice and tall through the center? So the crown of my head is up towards the ceiling. I'm not here. My hands are parallel to the floor. My front leg is bent and I'm opening it a little bit more towards the left. Good. Stay nice and tall. Maybe spread those front toes. Push them down. Gives you a little bit more stability. Good. Then from here, extend that leg up. Reach forward and down. My right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Now this is not about how low can I go, but if I'm down here, are my shoulders still stacked? So if the front shoulder comes forward, then I need to come a little higher. Then from here, the right hand comes to the left hand. The front leg stays extended. Relax over that front leg. Great stretch in the back of the hamstrings here. Bend that front leg, put the hands in front of you, straighten out that back foot, and step forward into forward bend. Good, lift up halfway, and relax it back down. Bend the knees, this time the left leg steps back, and I'm just gonna come to this side of the mat so you can see me better. Left leg comes back, heel onto the side. Remember the front ankle is under the knee, hands on your thigh. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Remember, stay nice and tall through the center. Bend that front leg. Open it a little bit more towards the right. Your hands are parallel to the floor or the ceiling. Smile. There you go. Extend that front leg. Reach forward and down. Left arm reaches up. Shoulders are stacked. You're elongating through here. Then the left hand comes forward to the right. Relax it forward. Good, bend that front leg, put the hands in front of you, straighten out the back foot, and step the left foot forward. Forward bend. Bend the knees, step the right leg back, the left leg back, so you're in high plank. And again, I'm gonna come around so I can see you better, and you can see me. Hands are under the shoulders. Remember, modify if you need to bring the knees down. Shoulders down, tap from side to side. When I'm tapping from side to side, just the leg is moving. The rest of the body is very stable. Keep that belly button pulled in, your core is engaged. One more on each side. Drop the knees down, the left leg comes to the side, the right leg extends, the right arm comes up. Modified side plank. Lift the leg, tap it down if you want to add on. Good. Make sure the left hand is under the shoulder and the neck is not just hanging down here, but you're in a nice alignment. Good. You lift it up through right here. Two more. Good. Bring that leg down, rotate to the center and to the other side. Left leg straightens out, left arm comes up, left leg lifts and tap. Right hand is right under the shoulder, neck is in line with the spine. Two more. Good, bring that leg down, come back to the center. You're gonna turn the inside of the elbows forward. So your elbows are pointing backwards. We're gonna do 5 tricep push-ups here. So draw your shoulder blades down, pull the belly button in, come halfway down so my elbows are next to my torso, and then press back up. That's 1. Here we go, come down, press up, that's 2. and down. Press up. Don't let the elbows flare out. You have 2 more. Come down. Press up. Work those triceps. Last one. Press up and push it into child's pose. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Your elbows right under your shoulders. Either on the knees for modified plank or full plank right here. You're going to dip the right hip towards the floor. Bring it up. Left hip. So if you have the knees down, it looks like this. Down, center, down, center. You're using those obliques, the muscles on the side of the torso, to come back to that center. 1 more on each side. Good. Bring the knees down. Rotate onto your left side. So my left elbow is under the shoulder. I created a triangle from the elbow to the shoulder to the hip. Bend the bottom leg if you need to modify it, or have 1 foot in front of the other, or 1 foot on top of the other. We're going into a low plank, side plank here. Inhale here, exhale, reach underneath. Inhale here, exhale back up. We'll do 2 more like that. Reach underneath and back up. Last one, reach and back up. And if you want to lift up the top leg into star. Smile. Good, bring the leg down, the hip down, and switch sides. So right elbow is under the shoulder. Build your triangle right here. Decide where you want to put your leg, here, here, here. Good, bring that arm up. Underneath, reach. Back up. Good, and reach. And back up. 2 more. Reach. And back up. And your last one. Good, keep the arm up here. Maybe lift up the top leg. Smile. Star. Leg down, hip down. You're gonna rotate onto your back. So on the back, I'm gonna have you bring your hands to the side of the mat. I'm gonna bring my hands up here just so you can see what my torso is doing. So, feet shoulder width apart, knees are pointing straight ahead, toes are pointing straight back, straight forward. Press your spine down into the floor, and then arch a big space between the lower back and the mat here. Press down, pelvic tilt, arch up. Do that again, press down, and arch up. Now press down, give me that pelvic tilt. We're going for a little walk right here. Right leg comes up, taps down, left leg comes up, taps down. Fingertips are reaching towards the bottom of the mat. Shoulder blades are pressing down into the floor. Keep the neck in line with the spine. Use your abdominal muscles to bring that leg up and then back down. 1 more on each side. Good, then keep the feet about shoulder width apart on the mat. Lift your hips up into bridge. So here my ankles are under my knees are still pointing forward, and my toes are still pointing straight ahead. Walking right here, right leg comes up, gently taps down, left leg. Continue your breath. Think about those glutes that are working right here, keeping the hips lifted. Let's do 1 more on each side. Last one. Then slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, press your spine down into the mat. Once you're down there, tuck the tailbone under, get that pelvic tilt going. Bring both legs into tabletop and flex your feet. So knees over hips, bottom leg parallel to the floor, hands on top of your knees. Draw your shoulder blades down, your rib cage down. Press the palms into the knees into the palms, and breathe. Come on, there should be a little shaking going on right here. All the muscles in your body are working. Breathe. Anytime you need a break, take a break and come back to the exercise. You should feel this everywhere. Good, bring the feet back onto the floor, the hands back down, the hips back into bridge position. Bring the hands behind you, clasp the hands together, reach the knuckle towards the heels, and alternate lift up 1 heel at a time. So glutes and hamstrings are still working. You're adding on the calves and a nice chest and shoulder stretch. Good, one more on each side. Good, then maybe bring the arms up towards the ceiling and then slowly press the spine down onto the floor. Good, and once you're down there, lift the legs back in tabletop, put the hands on front of the left shin, the right leg extends out, and switch. You can stay here with the legs coming up towards the ceiling, or you can bring them closer to the floor. You can also lift the head and shoulders off the mat, as long as it doesn't bother your neck. Give that leg a nice little hug, and breathe. Keep the leg movement going if you want to add on. The hands go behind the head. The elbows are open. The head is resting in the hands. One more on each side. Bring those feet back onto the floor, shoulder width apart. The head down, the hands down. Cross the right leg over the left thigh so that ankle is on top of the thigh. You're lifting the hip up into a single leg bridge, and you're opening up that knee a little bit towards the bottom of the mat. So you're getting a stretch at the same time you're engaging your left glute and hamstring. Breathe. Hold that stretch, maybe push the hip a little higher, get more stretch in the right hip. And then one vertebra at a time, single leg bridge, slowly press the spine into the floor. Don't skip over the lower part of your spine before you release that down. Good. Uncross the legs so your right leg is down and the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Lift the hip up, engage that left glute, and you might notice a difference that one hip just opens up a little bit more. My left hip is a little tighter, so I'm not able to get that knee open quite as much. You can push the hip a little higher, get a little bit more glute activation. Woo, I can feel that in my left glute and my left hip. And then slowly press the spine back down into the floor. Good, uncross the legs. Tuck the tailbone under, bring your legs in tabletop, so knees over hips. Right? From here, hands behind the head, head and shoulders lift. Exhale up, inhale back to starting position. So your stomach muscles, your abdominal muscles are contracted the whole time. Make sure you're not pulling on the neck when you're lifting. I'm looking at my knees, it helps me keep my neck in alignment with the spine. Blow that air out on the way up. Hold it at the top right here. Tap the right foot down, up, left foot down, up. If this is too much, you can always put the head on the mat, put your hands under your hips right here, and do the same movement. One more each. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Then bring the hands back behind the head, head and shoulders lift, right leg out, right shoulder, left knee, and switch. Get that nice rotation in the torso here. Nice and slow, this is not about speed, but control. One more on each side. Good, bring the feet on the floor, the head down. All right, you're gonna bring the arms out to the side, your palms are facing out, your shoulders are relaxed down. You're gonna extend the right leg out. You're gonna lift the hip off the floor and rotate it onto your right butt cheek. So now the left knee comes over towards the right. You can use that right hand to apply some gentle pressure, or you can keep the arm out here and straighten out the leg. Make sure your left shoulder is still on the floor and look over that left side. So I feel this right here from my little toe all the way up through the outside of my leg, through my obliques, the outside of my arm into my pinky. Breathe. If you need a little bit more, you can bring the leg a little closer towards the hand. You might be right here, that's perfectly fine. Then bend that leg, rotate back to the center, straighten yourself out, bend the right leg. The left leg extends. The hip comes up, you're rotating onto the left hip. The knee comes across, either apply pressure with the left hand or straighten the leg out. Look over your right shoulder. Good. Find that stretch that's good for you. Breathe. Important to listen to your body. We don't want to stretch it to a point where it doesn't want to go. Good. Bend that top leg. Put the foot down and rotate back to the center. Bend the knee and just rock the legs a little bit from side to side. Then bring it back to the center. Tuck the tailbone under. Extend the legs up. Heels together, toes apart. You're going to hold on behind the left leg. The right leg comes down. You might look like this. The knees might be bent. That's perfectly fine. You can also lift the head and shoulders up and pull the leg in towards you so you're getting that stretch in the back of the hamstring here. But again, if it bothers your neck, just keep the head on the floor. One more on each side. Good, hug the knees into the chest. We will add on, so legs go back up, hands behind the head, right leg down, up, left leg down, up. Use that exhalation to bring that leg up to activate some of the deep abdominal muscles. One more on each side. Last one. Bring the feet on the floor, the head down, the hands down, the hips back into bridge. Remember, the knees are pointing forward, the toes are pointing straight ahead. Right leg comes up. You're going to bring the right knee to the left knee and back up towards the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale lift. As I'm bringing the leg down, I want to make sure my hip stays up so my left glute and hamstring is still engaged. Two more. Keep the leg extended here. You're going to dip the hip down, push up through the left heel, dip down, press up. Your left glute is working. Press. Two more of this. Last one. Bring the hip down, keep the leg extended, turn that hip slightly out. Engage your core. You're going to circle the right leg without moving the hip. If you want to add on here, you're going to extend that left leg down. But if you feel the lower back, keep the left leg bent. I'm pushing through the heel of that left leg, elongating that leg. Circle the other way. If your hips are moving, make the circle a little smaller. Hands are just relaxed on the side here, or you can put them on top of your hips just to make sure the hips are not moving. Good, then hug that knee towards that right shoulder and the left leg to the left shoulder. So a nice wide hug, rock it from side to side. Good, bring those feet shoulder width apart onto the mat. Toes are pointing forward, knees are pointing up. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift the hips up. Left leg extends. Bring the knee to the knee and back up towards the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale lift. Remember, right glute is firing right here. Inhale, exhale. You have two more. And then the last one, hold the leg up here, dip the hip down, push up. Hip deep down, lift up. You're pushing through the right heel, so you're engaging the right glute. One more. Good, bring the hip down, keep the left leg extended. Either keep the right knee bent or straighten it out. You decide, circle the left leg without moving the hips. Push through the heel of the right leg if it's extended. Don't move the hips. You should be very stable right here through the center. Circle the other way. One more. And then bring the knee to the left shoulder and the right knee to the right shoulder. Rock a little from side to side. Good, and then bring the feet on the floor, rotate onto your right side, and push yourself up into a seated position. We're gonna have the feet shoulder width apart, leaning back, engaging your core here. Bring your hands behind your thighs and roll the shoulders back. Maybe lift the feet off the floor unless you feel the lower back. Maybe bring the arms out to the side. Maybe even extending the legs out, heels together, toes apart. Breathe. Lots of options here. Bring the feet down, round it out over your thighs. We'll do that one more time. So, first option right here. Second option right here, or extend. If your legs are extended, try thinking about squeezing those inner thighs towards each other. Good, bring the feet down and round it out. Good, scoot a little closer to the front of the mat right here. My feet are shoulder width apart, the hands behind my thighs. I'm gonna round my spine, tuck my chin in. We're coming back down onto the floor, but we're gonna take our time coming down there so we have most of the activation here in the core. Taking it slow. Good, and once you're down there, bring the hands back to the side of the mat. Pull your heels closer to your booty. Lift your hips back into bridge. Good, hold it right here. You're gonna walk the feet together so they're next to each other and the knees are touching. Did you feel the difference right here? You're gonna feel a lot more inner thigh activation here. It's a little harder to hold up here. Glutes are still engaged. Lift the heels, tap them down. If your calves are cramping up, keep the heels on the floor. One more. Good, bring the heels down. Walk the feet apart again so they're shoulder width apart. Lift the heels back up and go for a walk this time. Now we did it before with the heels down. This is activating more muscles. If you need to go back with the heels down, that's perfectly fine. Lift and tap. One more on each side. Good, and then slowly press the spine down into the floor and then drop the heels down. Rotate again onto your right side. Right elbow under the shoulders, your feet are slightly forward, your hips are stacked. You built this nice triangle, elbow under the shoulder here. Reaching that top leg forward, lift it slightly off the floor. You're gonna point, bring it forward, flex, bring it back. Now the rest of my body is not moving. Point and flex. Point and flex. One more point, one more flex, then you're gonna flex forward, point back. The reason we're pointing and flexing is we're activating the calves that way. Different muscles in the legs activate if you're pointing or flexing. One more. Good, hold it in the center, bring your toe down, your heel up, and lift. Now make sure you're not slouching down here through the shoulder. Good, your belly button's pulled in. Good, bring that leg down and rotate to the other side. So left elbow under the shoulder, feet are slightly forward. Reach that top leg out, lift it up, point forward, flex back. Good. Point forward, flex back. No movement in the rest of the body except for that leg. Then flex forward. Stay tall through the shoulder, point back, flex, and point, flex, and point. One more. Hold it in the center, toe down, heel up, lift. Good, stay really tall through here, no slouching in, don't let it hang down. Good, two more. And relax that leg down. We're gonna come to a seated position. So, legs are extended in front. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. You're gonna flex your feet. Now, if you need to bend your knees to take pressure off the lower back, you can. So if you're looking like this, sit up tall, bend the knees slightly. Hands in front, palms are facing each other, shoulders are down. Inhale here, exhale, reach forward, pull the belly button in. Inhale here, exhale back up. Don't let the toes point forward, but keep them up towards the ceiling. Reach forward. You get more of a stretch in the hamstrings, the calves that way. Come on, back up. Good, one more time, reach. And back up. Bring the arms out to the side. Bring your feet mat width apart. It looks like this from the front. Inhale, center, exhale, twist, twist, twist. Center, notice your feet, they're not moving. Twist, twist, twist. If you don't have enough room, you can bring the arms here. Twist, twist, twist. Center, one more. Center. Then you're going to take the right hand to the left foot. Look over your back shoulder. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Lift, nice and tall, and rotate. One more time, lift, and reach. And back to the center, bring the arms down, roll the shoulders back, come around on all fours. We're gonna do one more plank before we come up to standing and do a little balance exercise. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. That's not right. Hands under the shoulders, knees are either down or tuck the toes under into a full plank. All right? Bring the right knee to the outside of the right elbow. Hold it. If your knee is down here, that's perfectly fine. Bring that leg back and switch. Bring that leg back and switch. And bring it back. And one more time, switch. Good, bring the leg back. Bring the hip up into down dog. All right, hang out your foot just a second. Fingertips pressing into the floor. Hips towards the ceiling, head relaxes. Lift the hip a little higher. Get that stretch. The heels are pressing down towards the ground. Slowly bend those knees and slowly walk the hands towards the toes. Relax it in forward bend. You don't have to touch the ground. You can just let your hands hang heavy. Rock it slightly from side to side. Rock it forward and back. Good. Pull the belly button all the way up towards the ceiling. Slowly roll it up, one vertebra at a time. When you get to the top, roll the shoulders back. Nice and tall. All right. You're going to stand on your left leg. If you want to come off the mat, it gives you a little bit more stability. It's nice and tall right here. Stand on the left leg. The right foot is either have the heel right next to your calf, right here, or into your inner thigh. If you need a wall to be close by, you can do that. That right knee is pointing towards the right. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands heart center. Reaching through the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Smile. Breathe. Find a spot on the floor to focus on. Inhale, arms come up. Sway the arms from side to side. That just adds a little extra challenge to your balance. Good, bring the hands back to the side and bring that leg down, shake it out. Very nice job, everybody's still standing. Spread your toes with that right leg nice and tall. Put your foot wherever works for you today. Good, open up the knee a little bit more towards the left. Inhale, arms come up. Good, exhale, hands heart center. Reaching to the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Nice and tall and beautiful. And then reach the arms up. Whoa, and sway the arms from side to side like it's a hurricane out there. Good, bring the arms back to the side and bring that leg down. Good, shake it out. Spread your toes of the left foot again, nice and tall. This time I'm going to turn this way. Your right knee comes in front like this. All right, nice and tall, extend and bend. Extend and bend. Good. So you're working the quad right here, but that standing leg is doing a lot of work. You can always have that wall close by. Let's do two more. Good, then the knee comes next to the other knee. Stay tall here and then push back. So you're engaging this glute here. You can put your hand back there. Put that left hand behind your top of your booty and feel how the glute just pops up. I know you're still standing on one leg. You're working on that balance, really important. Last one, bring the leg down, shake it out. And let's do the other side. So spread the toes of the right foot. Gives you a little bit more of a stand here. And then the left leg comes in front and then extend and bend. Good, keep the shoulders down. Don't let the shoulders creep up towards the ears. Continue your breath. So easy to want to hold your breath. That breathing thing is kind of important. One more. Good, bring the knees next to each other. Remember to stay tall and then push back. Maybe take that right hand behind you. Put it on your glute and see how that, feel how that glute pops up. One more. Good, bring that leg down, shake it out. Come back to the back of your mat. If you moved. Inhale, arms come up, slight back bend. Exhale, forward bend, knees are soft, relax forward. Walk the hands forward onto all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You're gonna bring the right hip towards the right shoulder, straighten it out, left hip, right, left shoulder. So like you're wagging a tail, come to the side, center, center. You're feeling those muscles on the side of the torso working. Keep the belly button pulled in. One more on each side. Good, and then I'm gonna have you bring the hips back into child's pose. Maybe bring the toes together and the knees apart. Relax your arms in front of you, relax your forehead down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here and really just think about relaxing the forehead, the jaw, relax it. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Fill those lungs with all that good air and blow it all back out. Let's do that one more time. Good, and then push yourself up and bring the legs around. You're gonna extend the right leg out, the left leg comes in towards your chest. Pull it in nice and tall. So you're actually, when you're pulling in, you can see how my back is not here, it's right here. Good, pull it nice and tall. Keep it right there. Then you're gonna just rotate that leg out. So the inside of the foot, the bottom of the foot is on the inside of my thigh. Push through that right leg. So my toes are pointing up on that leg and I'm pushing through the heel. Good. This knee, I'm gently pushing down towards the floor, but remember, be gentle, listen to your body. Good, now if you can, you're gonna walk your hands forward towards whatever you can reach. If that's the toes, that's great. Keep your belly button in so your core is engaged. And that left knee is still pushing slightly down towards the floor. Good, feel that stretch. And then walk it back, bring the knee back to the center, straighten it out, shake it out. Good, push through the left heel, the right leg comes in. Remember, nice and tall, right here, no slouching. Give it a nice tight hug, and then just drop that leg out to the side. And again, one side might look a little different. Continue having the left toes pointing up towards the ceiling, pushing through the heel. And then walk the hands forward if you can, wherever your body lets you go today. Oh, I can feel this a lot more on this leg. Good, and slowly walk it back again. Okay, bring that leg up, shake it out. Good, crisscross your legs here. Lift your butt up and put your butt back down so the sit bones are in the right place. Good. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, the right arm comes down, the left arm reaches over, keeping both hips on the floor. And then center and switch. Good, reach to that arm. Good, and center, let's do that one more time on each side. Reach, Maybe you can reach a little further this time. And center and switch. And center here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands heart center.